Hey everyone, I am Char Lawrence and you are locked into Mogul Magazine. Today we are all the way in Cardiff with the beautiful, conscious queen, Aleighcia Scott.
Good evening.
Evening. Thanks for having us today.
Okay, thanks for coming. Thanks
No
for
problem at all, no problem at all. So, first of all, what was the inspiration behind you wanting to do music?
I think I've always done music. I don't think really there was ever a time I didn't. I just love to sing, love to act also, but I think singing kind of took over. Singing is my main passion. Yeah, there wasn't ever a time when I wasn't singing in the living room or the family come over and my mum would be like, sing on the song. There was never a time I didn't really. So I think from a young age, I've been, 7 years old was the first time I did a big show. So I just didn't want to stop.
Wow, so it sounds like it was in your blood from a very young age. And why have you chosen to go down the reggae music route? Is not usual for a British female to come out into the music industry and naturally gravitate to reggae.
Okay.
So I'm curious because I think it's a really unique path.
So a lot of people ask me how comes you chose reggae, but I feel like reggae chose me, as cheesy as I sound. So my dad's family is from Trelawney in Jamaica, and in my house growing up was reggae, breakfast, lunch, dinner, reggae. So I think it's just naturally in the blood. But singing, I started singing R&B. But I think just naturally, when I was about 18, I just started singing reggae predominantly, and yeah, just didn't stop. I do like little bits of other stuff, but reggae is my heart, reggae is my home.
I noticed that you've gone to Jamaica and you're working with Peckings. How did that come about?
So Peckings I started working with maybe about 4 or 5 years ago now, and somebody had sent me a couple of his instrumentals and I started writing to them. So then I messaged him and said, hey, do you mind if I use these? And he said, well, why don't we do a whole project? So that's when the EP came around. So yeah, we had an amazing time making that, and it was just obviously an honour to be able to do that. And then I started working with Rory Stonelove in Jamaica.
Wow.
He reached out to me about 3-ish years ago and said he'd been watching my stuff and seeing the movements I'd been making and asked would I want to start a project. So literally a couple of weeks later, I jumped on a plane and went to Kingston.
Wow, wow. It seems like the Jamaican legends and the Jamaican artists, they really gravitate to you. And they are really, it seems like they want you in their camp as part of their team.
I feel like I have been blessed to meet such great people and be part of a good circle. There's good and bad in everything.
Yeah.
But I have been blessed to be part of a lot of good, so yeah.
Oh, excellent. Okay, so are you currently working on an album?
I am. It's finished. Album's finished in coming springtime.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm really excited. It's a whole album. I feel like I'm about to give birth.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. So you've got a name for the album yet?
We've got a name for the album, but I'm not going to share it just
Okay,
yet.
well, we're going to have to look out for that. We're going to look out for the name of the album. Aleighcia, do you have a release date?
Springtime, it'll be.
Spring?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I've seen your Walk Away From Love video, and I think that your cover of that is just so dope. But what was it like shooting the video?
It was good, but also I was very nervous because we shot it at Stingray and at Peckings Records, and they're both like massive, especially in the British reggae and Jamaican reggae scene.
Yeah.
So for me, it was like I have to do justice, and I was nervous, but yeah, I was really pleased with the outcome. I work with a very good videographer, Magnus, and I called him up and said, hey, we're going to shoot a video next week. What do you think? He's like, yeah, jumped in the car, shot the video all in the same day. Oh, yeah, and I think he gave us back the first draft the next day as well.
Oh, so, wow, yeah. So he was really on it. Ladies and gents, if you haven't seen Aleighcia Scott's Walk Away From Love video, I'll put the link in the description below. Make sure you check it out. Not only is it a classic, she totally made it her own, and the video is just, it'll blow you away. It's so beautiful, and it's so, to me, it's very nostalgic. Like, it made me feel like what I would see on TV as Jamaica. It brought me back. It brought back those memories of.
We tried to do like old school meets new school.
Yes,
that's how I feel the song.
That was the vibe I was getting.
Yeah, we wanted to put that in the video.
Okay, nice. Okay, how important has social media been for your career? You started off doing covers, which I would say they really got you a lot of attention because you were just so good at it. How has social media helped?
Massively, I think. So I started YouTube, the whole YouTube video thing, when I was about 15.
Okay.
My friend said, "Oh, I've seen what people do now. They sing a song and then they post it on YouTube. Maybe you should try it." So I was like, "Okay, I might as well." And I had. Can you remember the Sony Ericsson shake phones? You shake it, it skips to the next song.
Yes.
I had one of those, and I remember just sitting in my bedroom, and I just recorded myself. I was like, "Is this what you do?" Started singing a song. I think, remember when Wifey Rhythm was massive and everybody was doing a cut of it? So I was like, "Oh, let me do a version." So I think that was like the first thing I put on YouTube. And then from then, I would do them like weekly or sometimes daily. People were sending me requests. So I think, had I not started that way and used social media that kind of way, maybe I wouldn't have engaged with as many people.
Yeah.
And then obviously Facebook, Instagram lets people know what you're doing, so people can come to shows, you can share your new music or anything you're working on. It just lets people know what you're doing without basically having to find longer ways around, I guess. It's been very helpful.
Looking at how you conduct yourself online, I would say that you are a brilliant example of how to use social media to enhance your career. Because not only have you used it as a platform to showcase your skills, you're just so well presented on there as well. Like, you don't do nothing, ratchet or outlandish to get attention. You purely use your talent and your skills to get to get eyes on you. And I think it's brilliant. I think you could do a little book on how to use social media to build up your following.
Sometimes people ask me, "Oh, who does your pages?" But like, obviously I have a good team as well.
Yeah.
But I think my key thing is to be natural.
Yeah.
Like, I would never post something that doesn't really represent me or is not really maybe what I'm about, or something to just shock people. Like, I don't know, I think if that's what you're about, then post that's what you're about. But for me, I just try and speak from the heart, and sometimes it'll be a long paragraph just because that's what I want to talk about, and hopefully people can communicate with that. So yeah, I just do it from the heart, really.
Okay. When you was growing up, who was you listening to that inspired you?
So reggae-wise, my first person who I really took in their music and played their tunes is Sanchez, I would say.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my dad, in the car, in the house, as we were always playing Sanchez. Lots of other people, Etta James also, Lauryn Hill. The first ever album I really listened to was the Lauryn Hill, Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Erica would do this, literally so many, but yeah, I would say those guys are definitely the forefront for me.
Okay, I would definitely say the artists that you have named, I was going to say I can hear their influence, definitely, and that's a good thing because they're like the best of the best. You're from the culture, you're adding to the culture, and I think you're a brilliant representation of what reggae music has to offer in 2020.
I think it's important to me, all music is important to me, but I feel like reggae is really important to me. It's message music.
Yes.
It was naturally that I just sing reggae. I didn't think, "Oh, I'm going to sing reggae now."
Yeah.
It just naturally came. Like I said, I do little bits of other stuff, but reggae is my home, definitely.
Excellent. Conscious Queen, what was it like writing that song?
So I wrote the song a few years ago, actually. It was a song that we've been sitting on for quite a while. And I like the message of the song. And for me, it was kind of like a lot of people, especially being a woman in the industry, it is a male-dominated industry, but I have been blessed to be surrounded by great people.
Yeah.
But it was kind of like a lot of people say, "Oh, you can't do this," or "You should do this," and it's kind of a message to say you can basically do whatever you want to do. If you believe in it and you really see, you can just push it forward, and no one can say you can't do this. Because I really liked the video as well, because it had women from all different walks of life, all different ages, and it was just saying that as a female, you are a queen and own it. You know what I mean? Embrace it, own it, and don't be afraid to walk in your power. So I thought that was a brilliant song, and I thought it just meshed so well with your whole overall vibe as well. Literally, that could have been an album title, and it would have just been perfect. At what moment did you know music was the path for you? I think I didn't ever not know, if that makes sense. I just knew, even 4 or 5 years old, that it made me happy. Singing, being a part of a show, even writing at 5, I would just make up my own songs. Probably never made any sense at all, but I knew I loved doing it, and I knew how I felt doing it as well. So I think it was just always the path. I did college, uni, and I graduated, and I was working full time, but I always knew this is what I was going to do, even in between all of that as well.
Okay. And where do you see yourself in 5 years from now?
There's lots of goals I want to accomplish, but for me, my main goal is longevity.
Yeah.
So I want to be able to do this forever. And maybe once I get to a certain age, I might look at like the business side of things. But for now, I just want to put all the foundations in place to have longevity. So I'm not ever in a rush to like quickly put a song out or quickly do this, quickly do that. I want to build something that lasts. That's my main goal of everything.
It's funny you say that because it says that you don't rush to put songs out, but you're constantly releasing music. That's what it feels like. You've always got like videos, covers, new songs. You're always doing something. You're very active. You're performing, touring, traveling the world, living in Jamaica practically.
One day. I would say I'm probably my biggest critic.
Yeah.
And I always feel like I'm not doing enough.
Yeah, no, you're active.
I wouldn't say I rush at all, definitely not. But I also always feel like nothing's ever finished. Like, okay, you did something great yesterday. What are we doing today? That was yesterday. What are you going to do next?
Yeah.
So I'm very hard on myself with that. I always feel like I constantly got to work. Some might call me a workaholic, but yeah, I just love it. So I just can't stop.
It'll be worth it in the end. It'll definitely be worth it. And ultimately, it's all about you. Like, you only go as far as you decide or push yourself to go, you know. And it's true. Sometimes people will not push you. Not saying that they don't push you, but
you have to have the drive to push yourself.
Yeah, you have to have that drive and that determination to push yourself, and that will encourage people to push you further and believe in your dream and, you know, join your team and help you get to where you want to get to. Outside of music and your career, what are you passionate about?
To be honest, my 24/7 is music, but I love the gym. So I started like a little health kick a few years ago. So I like the gym. Like in my spare time, I try and do 5K every day at the moment.
Oh wow!
Sometimes it hurts and it doesn't quite make it to 5K, but I try. And I like makeup and hair and stuff like that.
Girl.
As well. Just a few different bits and bobs.
Sorry,
Yeah.
That just makes two of us.
It's an expensive habit.
Tell me about it. Okay, so do you ever see yourself going into like maybe like creating a business around any of those aspects?
There's definitely different avenues I want to do. Once I feel like I've established where I'd like to be with the music, my first thing I'd like to do is a charity. So I'd like to make a charity where resources are possible for school children, first of all, in Wales and Jamaica, and then everywhere.
Oh, wow.
But I want to start Wales and Jamaica because obviously that's my culture, is where I come from, and then branch out to basically everywhere. Resources for schools. And then once I build that, I'd like to build schools, and then I'd like to have a centre where people who are not quite sure where they're going to go in life, because I guess I was lucky, I knew what I wanted to do, but I know so many people that don't know what they want to do, where to go, and that can be difficult. Sometimes you get stuck in a rut, stuck in a different path. But yeah, a place for people to figure out what they want to do, like skills, free courses, like help with shelters, housing, all that kind of stuff.
That would be dope. And I could see you doing it as well.
I'd love to do it.
Because you are going to get to where you want to in music because you work so hard. And since you first came on my radar, I've literally watched you grow and grow and grow. Like, I'll be looking at your Facebook thinking, flipping out, this girl does not stop. Like,
I forget sometimes. Like, I see
you are on
the
go.
memories are good to see, like on Facebook and stuff. And I think, oh yeah. And I used to stand in the corner and sing scared. Like this. And then I'll see another video come up from last year and I might be like jumping up and down the stage. I'm like, remember? And I forget sometimes.
Yeah, girl. Now soon you'll be like, Beyonce, hold my mic.
No way.
We love you. We love you.
We love you,
yeah?
we
Beehive. We love you too. Okay. So is there anything else that you would want to talk about or any shout outs that you'd like to give to anyone?
So I like to shout out everybody that supports me because as much as I know I work hard, also I could not do anything I do without people who support me. That's a massive influence because if people didn't buy your music, people didn't come to your shows, people didn't support like the freestyles I might put up and the covers, no one listened to your stuff, I wouldn't have a career. So definitely give thanks to everybody who supports what I do.
Nice one. Okay. In 2017 and 2019, you came to Bristol. You came to the MMG Regional Awards and you took home the Best Reggae Act. What's that like to bring back the trophy back to Wales? You know, you kind of snatched it from Bristol 2 years now.
Sorry, guys. It's nice because, like I said, I do work hard and I know I put a lot of time in and I never really take a time to think, yeah, do you know what, I've done that. But then bringing home an award and it's in your hand, I'm like, wow, okay, maybe I did do something. Maybe I have
Your
done
fans,
good.
they come out for you. You know, you've got a brilliant fan base, and that is one thing I give to Wales. Wales seems to really support their artists.
100%.
So shout out Wales, shout out Cardiff, shout out Newport, because you guys, you really support your acts, and I feel that that is needed. You know, you're representing the city, you're from the city, and it feels good when you are actually appreciated from your city as well. So, you know, Cardiff, thumbs up.
I think people kind of looked around Wales for a while and thought, oh, maybe there's not much going on there. But we do have a quite big scene down here. So there's there's so many artists like Merkage, Stars, Fernquest, Local. There's so much going on, and people kind of look around it. And I think now people are starting to realise, actually, there is stuff going on in Wales. Maybe we need to check it.
There's a lot going on down here, guys. There really is. And I just think you're just another prime example of the great talent that Wales is nurturing and about to export to the world. You know, and I think you're you're doing a great job. Some great talent down here. So I always say to people, if you're looking into Wales, definitely look at Aleighcia Scott, Merkage. You said Stabs, Fernquest. Any other names?
Local, Chance. There's a band called Adwaith I really like as well.
Okay.
They're kind of like a Welsh language band, but they do a crossover of Welsh and English as well. But there's so many, so many.
Nice one. Well, Aleighcia Scott, thank you so much for having us today. We wish you nothing but the best in your career. We know you are going to go far.
Thank you.
And I'm just so excited for your new album, which will be out in spring. And is there anything else you'd like to say?
Thanks for coming. Thanks for getting me involved, and I wish you all the best with all your future plans.
Oh, thank you so much. Guys, it's Aleighcia Scott. We'll put all of her links down below. We hope you've enjoyed that exclusive interview. We are all the way in the Irish Shack in Cardiff. The food is so lovely. We'll talk about that next time though. And thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.